Start the stream. Hello, everyone. It's Monday night. It's our Simpsons 508 episode Simpsons bracket. We got to figure out what the best episode of The Simpsons was from the first 23 seasons, and the only way to do that, really, that I can think of, is to do a bracket with 508 episodes in it. That'll take us 507 weeks to go through, one matchup a week. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. I can't think of any better way to do it. And except to do it with my good friend Joe Lewis. Hey Joe, how are you?
Hey. Doing good. Living, striving.
Yeah. Tonight we're talking about Viva Ned Flanders from season 10, episode 10, versus the Frying Game, season 13, something or other.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you watch any of these episodes when you were when they first came out? Let me figure out what's Viva Ned Flanders come out. Viva Ned Flanders.
1990.
1999, January 10th, 1999. This is barely a year left before the Y2K the bug would have killed us all. We didn't know. The clock was ticking.
And
I don't have my hat on.
then a few more years later, the actual bug came and started screaming.
The Screamer Pillar, yes. Very funny.
I remember the episodes loosely, but neither one sticks in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
I saw them and I was like, oh, I remember these episodes.
Yeah, I think the Vegas one definitely. Hey, it is. It's Joel Lewis. That's who I told. That's our good friend Chad. That's who was going to be our guest this week, and he did not know what I was talking about, and tried to find who Joel Lewis was. But no, it's Joe Lewis.
Hey.
Hey. But, let's see. Yeah, the Vegas one I remember watching when it came out. And anytime the Simpsons go on vacation, anytime they leave Springfield, it's always like a big event. Or at least it's advertised that way, so it seems like you're seeing something. So I
Yeah.
definitely have a memory of that. Well, I forgot to mention.
And
It's on the screen for everybody watching, but we do have a charity going on. Donations we're raising for the United Way of Maui, because we all know what's going on in Maui. It's the only thing they're talking about on the news, or anybody that talks to me from the mainland. It's that the big giant fire in Maui that destroyed the city of Lahaina. So hit exclamation donation or charity, what doing, and you'll get the link. We'll donate some money to them. I should probably kickstart this donation thing by putting some money in there. But anyways, Joe, what were you gonna say? I cut you off.
Um,
Who knows?
no, he was doing work,
Yeah.
important work. I don't have a lot of vivid memory of either of these episodes. Like the Vegas one
Mm.
seemed kind of just there to me. It's like, oh, we're gonna do the Vegas gags. I actually probably would have preferred just instead escalating Flanders to like try and be more and more reckless throughout the episode
Right.
as opposed to going on a drunk bender.
Yeah, it was weird because it kind of had like two cold opens. Because it kind of once they get to Vegas, and once they get to the yeah, once they wake up in the morning, really is where it takes a turn, and it's not about the whole Flanders having to learn how to live, whatever kind of thing. It's not that anymore. Something
Yeah,
else.
it
We'll
seems
get this
like
later.
it established its core is like, oh, this is about Flanders sad that he doesn't live life to the fullest. And you never get a sense that he really did that.
Yeah.
You don't get to see him actually take actions in that. And like it could have actually been like a heartfelt Homer and Flanders episode. Like the part of me that likes the part of The Simpsons where it's like characters kind of like find that understanding or build off of like something of their core. Like, so there's some great Flanders episodes that do that.
Yeah.
This one did not.
Yeah, because it just becomes about them just getting out of there. Because he doesn't have to deal with it. He doesn't see his wife or anything. He doesn't see Maud
Yeah.
and have to explain it.
And
And she dies without ever knowing about his second wife. I think
yeah, well, he could have always went back to his second wife.
it's true. I think she does show up.
If
I think
they,
they come back at some point.
yeah, and also like the Vegas gimmick just wasn't as fun as like when they went to New York.
Right.
And that is the for Simpsons Go places episodes, everything will be in my head, everything will be measured against that episode.
Yeah, I always think of the Japan one, but it's definitely still not the
The,
same. Those are big bangers. Well, and the Australia too. But yeah,
yeah,
Australia,
well,
New
okay,
York,
all three.
Japan. I don't know. I don't know how to rank those, but those are the three I think of.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Personally, New York, but Australia is really funny with the big boot
Yeah. It's funny.
and when they hop in the kangaroo.
Yeah. It's all gross on the inside.
And then Japan's just filled with a lot of bangers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like the New York one with being chased by the pimp and then the Chuds came will always be funny to me.
That is very funny. Hard to pick, but eventually we're gonna have to do just a bracket, or we're gonna do a tier ranking, right? A power ranking of all the Simpsons vacation episodes.
Yeah, I know it's at the bottom.
We do know that, and it's still at the bottom, I think, of our overall list. I want to say.
Good. It may have some competitors, but I don't think any of these guys are that bad.
Yeah, no, no, not today. So
They're
pretty
they're
good.
just mostly, yeah, they're like they're food. It's like you can watch it.
Yeah, it's a nice night to watch. A nice episode of The Simpsons to watch without it being a whole, yeah, big memorable thing. So it could be worse. Could be better.
There was there were some funny gags. I enjoy the old we're gonna try and take someone's outfit gag.
Yeah. Oh, I do love that. I love when they grab some security guards or some workmen and pull them in a room to beat them up and take their uniforms, but then they get their asses kicked. Very funny. Or the Austin Powers where
Actually,
it's a big fat guy and a really tall guy, and then it just perfectly fits them when they walk out. That's a good one.
I, I but my favorite gag of the episode was
Hmm.
definitely the oh, let's get to this car, and they jump in and half of Vegas just beats the shit out of them. Like you think they're just gonna drive away and it's gonna be a chase scene, and it's like no,
Yeah.
they just immediately get their butts whooped. And it was the abruptness of it where I'm like, oh, oh, that's ridiculous.
So funny, though. Yeah,
Dredger Tatum was. Hmm?
oh yeah,
Oh, go
Dredrick
ahead.
Tatum. Yeah, Dredrick Tatum, and then the Daredevil, Lance Murdoch. Did you see Lance Murdoch come back? I think it's our first time seeing him in our tournament. Lance Murdoch, the
Oh
Daredevil.
yeah, he has like some spotlight episodes.
Yeah, we just the original one where Bart the Daredevil, where Homer takes Bart's skateboard and jumps over the Springfield Gorge, then falls and busts his head on every rock, and then they do the same thing trying to get him out with the helicopter. It's so funny.
Ow,
When is
ow,
that gonna
ow.
happen?
Have. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords.
Holy shit. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, Raiders. Alex, how was everybody's
Ooh.
cards? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I gotta read it.
Hey.
So wonderful. Unusual quarters. Best place to go for crow-themed tarot cards and hoopin' in the dark. So good.
Ooh.
Travs or mommy. That's good. What are we talking? We're talking about The Simpsons tonight. Here with Joe Lewis. Joel Ewis.
Joel Ewis.
Yeah, we're talking about the episodes of The Simpsons where the first one, it's called Viva Ned Flanders. I didn't give shout outs to everybody. That's the one where Homer and Ned, they go to Las Vegas and they get second wives. And then also the episode The Frying Game from season 13 where Homer gets framed for murder and thinks he's going to be executed in the electric chair.
Yeah, and
Where's my
I would have
there it is.
preferred that. I would have preferred that the cold open would be. Is it cold open? No, it's not cold open. That the open bit would be the main part of the episode.
I wouldn't know.
'Cause the
Bro, I
scream
have
of
a
the-
mouth
the
guard
funnier.
because I grind my teeth at night. So that
The
makes
old
you
lady.
feel better about your teeth grinding.
Yeah, very funny. Oh, but Joe, do you wear a mouth guard when you sleep at night? Grind your teeth? I do. Everybody should, right?
Yeah.
But you can't see the shoutouts that we're doing. We're playing clips from everybody's things.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, Dark Trev here. I gotta figure out how to get it so the guests can actually see what's going on the screen. You're missing all kinds of great stuff.
Did his tits get bigger? Yes, they goddamn did. All paid for by Twitch chat, baby.
They exist.
Yeah.
I acknowledge your existence, denizens of Twitter.
Soccer man to swipe some fucking toy from the boss's
I cannot
son.
see it.
Fuck you,
We
mods.
are the job.
I invite you for home front somewhere on my hair.
I also got Mrs. 45. Anybody know?
That's all the shoutouts. So Joe, yeah, have you ever been to Las Vegas? Anybody been to Vegas? I've never been to Vegas.
Never been on the list.
Yeah. Because in Hawaii they call it the Ninth Island, because that's where everybody that lives in Hawaii goes to Vegas for vacation.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of deals to get down there too.
Yeah, it's one of the few places where Hawaiian Airlines does a non-stop flight straight from here to Las Vegas, and of course we've got a special guest coming in. Maybe here we go. Little guy named Chad Wago. Hey, Chad.
Oh my God.
Yo. Sorry, took me a while to finish eating.
That's okay. You can eat whatever pace you want. We're having fun. Talking about Vegas. You're a Vegas guy, right? You've been to Vegas a few times. Everything I know about gambling, I've learned from Chad Wago. With the chat right here in between you guys, right?
Yeah, I used to go every year.
Ooh.
There was one year where I went twice. That was not super planned out ahead of time. It was mostly one of my good friends. His wife was like, "Let's go to Vegas for my birthday," and he was just like, "All right, let me call the boys." And I ended up going there in November, as well as my normal pre-summer trip.
Nice.
I meant to go like on my birthday in 2020. However, there was some stuff going on that made travel difficult.
Yeah. I think they left the casinos open or something. I don't know. No, they shut everything down. I don't remember. Are we good for a Johnny
I know
Sparkles
they
before we
closed
jump
down
into
the buffets.
that? Yeah, that's
Not the
nice.
buffet.
I know. Terrible.
I don't even want to
It's-
go if
Yeah,
there's no
that's what a
buffet.
lot of people go for.
I forgot to mention this after we got the raid from all the wonderful raiders, but we are doing a little charity thing for the United Way of Maui. Be it exclamation charity or donation. There'll be a link there, and yeah, because we all know what's going on in Maui, and they need some help.
Mhm.
So but
Yeah,
anyway, gonna
it's on fire.
yeah,
It's
it's
on
still
fire
on
real
fire.
bad.
By the way, there are still fires.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as bad as
Mhm.
it was, but yeah, there are still fires.
And it's apparently the most devastating wildfire in the last 100 years of America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've upgraded it to the worst. Yeah, it is really. I didn't know you've been to Maui, Trav. That's cool. Yeah, I got married on Maui. We got married on the Kihei side, but yeah, last time we went to Maui was on Lahaina. It's all gone now. Crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, the last time I went to Maui was also Lahaina.
Yeah, it's been dry, like just like on the Big Island.
Hmm. And Maui's kind of
Watershed.
historically always been kind of a drier island.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help matters at all.
Mm.
Yeah, I know it's crazy when you see the picture. It's like I know that place. I was there, and now it's just rubble. Crazy.
Hmm.
So yeah, donations for that. Surprising that Las Vegas never caught on fire. There's so much stuff there. I guess there's
Yeah.
no trees to burn.
Only casinos.
Yeah.
The only thing that can catch fire is money.
Good.
And you'd be surprised by how fast they put out a fire when the thing that's on fire is money.
Hmm.
Fire station's located inside the casino.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fire extinguisher on every single table, just because of the fact that most of the time you can smoke at the table.
That's true.
Huh.
That's right. Yeah, because they use
Like-
the chips, and the chips are very durable. Do all kinds of weird stuff with
Mhm.
chips.
Yeah, I don't think that those burn, but the felt might. I don't know if that's fireproof. It'd be weird if it was asbestos.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Ooh.
It's probably some kind of polyester or something. It probably would burn.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they start the episode. Those booze. Yeah, that's true. It's just booze and cigarette ashes all over the floor. So
and hope.
yeah, hope. Yeah,
Hope.
just dripping with the hope that's leaked out of people throughout the night.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's just on the floor. I can't gather it up and use it. Once used once, it can't be used again.
Casinos are great. Free booze.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
As long as you can live with losing money, then they're like incredible amounts of fun. Everyone I know who's like, I can't stand gambling. It's like the key to enjoying gambling is that you have to learn how to enjoy losing.
yeah.
And most people are like, no, I can't enjoy losing money. And it's like, well, if you put more money into it, maybe you'll get more excited. Who knows? Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just find a game
Well,
you are having fun playing, and just realize you're just paying money to play that game, basically, and it's okay.
Yeah. The higher the numbers go, the more excitement
Yeah.
there is, in my opinion.
But I've only been to a casino once, and I learned the one thing I know about gambling from you, Chad, which is like you put all your money you're gonna gamble with in one pocket, and you put all your winnings in the other pocket. And when you're out of your gambling money, then that's it. Either you're up or you're down.
Hmm.
Yep, you keep your winnings separate from your budget, and that way you don't gamble away your winnings.
Yeah, casinos are like that island that turns you into a donkey, I think.
Hmm.
Like Pinocchio turning into a donkey.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I'll stick to
and
the
honestly-
buffet.
If you went to Las Vegas and you turned into an animal for a little bit, would that really surprise you?
No,
That's
It
true.
is Vegas.
you're pretty much in Pleasure Island.
Yeah.
That's it. Pleasure Island. Yeah, I think every time you wake up in Vegas, you kind of like you have to do a check just to make sure you don't have any extra tails or
Hooves.
hooves or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, going to Vegas as a non-drinker, an entirely different experience from
Oh.
regular Vegas.
Hmm.
Like bog standard Vegas is like, there are just random places out on the street that are like, here's a garish plastic doodad. You want us to fill it up with alcohol? And then you just walk around with like a football filled with alcohol or a shoe or something. And then you're just drinking that wandering around. Being a sober person in Las Vegas is like weird because you're gonna end up having to basically shepherd your friends around because it's like otherwise the sheep are just gonna spread out wherever you want.
Hey, it's good.
Gonna
Drink,
shepherd the
grandpa,
flock.
19-year-old blackjack dealers, fuck up your hotel room. Yeah, lightweight purge. Yeah, it is. You gotta have your little purge fantasy for a weekend with no consequences. Because we all know whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Which technically worked out for Homer and Ned in this episode. Because they get out of
Yeah.
there, and then it doesn't come back for a long time. Eventually, their two Vegas wives show up. I don't remember when. I don't think we've seen it. So my burps tonight are brought to you
It
by the
is
city of Seattle.
quite a while away.
Carry my friend.
No, actually, it's not that far away. Brawl in the Family is season 13.
Huh. The same season as
Okay.
the other episode.
Apparently.
Oh, wow. That isn't very far away. Yeah, I need to go to Vegas. I don't know. I can see Alex being the one taking care of everybody while they're too fucked up. She's a very nurturing person. She hides it under a sense of humor. But yeah, it's there. It's there. You see it. You see you.
Oh, and apparently one of them dies.
Oh,
later.
jeez.
No happy endings.
Yeah.
Does Ned lose a second wife?
Oh, is that what happened? Ned's got that cursed wang.
No, it was Homer's wife.
Uh,
Yeah, Amber, not Ginger.
Ah,
uh,
those are good Vegas floozy names. Yeah, this is the episode where we find out that Flanders, he's a senior citizen. Actually, in his
yeah,
50s.
he's 60 years old.
Yeah. It's just funny because
That
he's
is-
super buff. Damn sexy Flanders. Stupid sexy Flanders.
Mhm.
The sexy Flanders.
I do really like the fact that I really enjoyed the gag that everyone in church was just like, "Oh, he's 60. That's incredible. He looks so good for your age." And everyone's like suddenly super interested in what Ned has to say. And then once he describes how he got to look so good at being 60, they're just like, "Wow, I don't care anymore."
Yeah, so 3 C's, right? Clean living, chewing, and the vitamin C. Church every day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everybody's like, nah, not worth it.
hmm Things that are worth it are the cassette tapes that Marge found at the car wash
Yeah.
with Seals and Croft and Air Supply and Loggins and Oates.
Yeah. She couldn't
What
remember what
kind
kind
of
of rock
music
it
is
was.
this?
Yeah. Wuss rock?
Lucky
No,
Rock?
the other one.
What?
Lame rock? What is it called?
Crap Rock.
Crap rock.
That was the first thing that was suggested, and then Wuss Rock that's it.
You're not wrong.
And honestly,
Yeah.
that's like the soundtrack to my Friday nights, man. Not every Friday, but I do enjoy a little bit of yacht rock when me and my friends are playing board games.
Nice.
Yacht Rock.
hmm
That's an incredible name for that.
Just use the phrase crap rock. Crap rock is good.
Yeah, it is. It lets people know exactly what you're about.
Yeah,
Not
we know what that is.
that.
So, butt rock. I've heard like bands like Puddle of Mud described as butt rock. I'm like, yeah, that fits. Ass rock, dad rock,
Yeah.
shat rock. Yeah, there's so many different kinds of rock that are very. It's a very specific genre that you know when you hear it. I think everybody around our age can tell what all these are.
Hmm.
Well, I do want to point out at the very beginning of the episode is they're blowing up the Burns Casino in Springfield, and we've actually got to see that episode earlier, right? Marge's gambling problem episode. So I'm like, hey, it's actually starting to come together. It's only taken
Hmm.
28, 29 weeks. See part ones and part twos to things.
That was a funny gag. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we get to watch the implosion.
Implosion.
Oh.
Implosion. Oh no.
Dust.
Yeah.
That was pretty
So,
funny.
yeah. And Don
Mhm.
Rickles is there, but that's not actually Don Rickles, right? That's somebody doing a Don Rickles
It-
voice.
It didn't even really sound like they were trying very hard to
Yeah.
do a Don Rickles voice.
He just calls someone a hockey puck.
Call someone a hockey puck and makes a racist joke.
Yes,
And
that's right.
then-
About Puerto Rican people.
Yeah, I was like, I don't get the cultural context for this, and I don't really need to.
Yeah.
And then was it I'm trying to remember what happened in the lead up before they went to Vegas.
Yeah, it's just Homer realizes that that Ned, he's been doing the clean living thing so long. He's never lived his life, even though he's had such a long life. So that makes him do a
Oh
bunch of
yeah.
stuff.
Ned gets sad because his life is too dang diddly dang predictable.
He makes him sign a contract where he gives Homer power of attorney, and then Homer explains to him that this game it can start at any time, when you least expect it, or whenever. I don't care. Well, I think that was a reference to the game with Michael Douglas. Oh,
Would have been funny if the episode just dropped the entire that entire thing of trying to do anything with Flanders, and they do something completely different, and then 3 episodes later, bam! While Flanders doing something, the contract is fulfilled. But that's not this kind of show.
no, it's not. That would be great to see.
Yes. Oh, is someone on the stream?
Go, Steve. I love you. Yeah, thank you, Alex. So good to see you. Thank you for the raid. Great hanging out in your stream today. Have a great night. I have a little thing here for you. Good night. Wait, no, is it good?
All aboard the sleepy train to visit Mother Goose. Barty stopped at Snoozy Lane to rest his sweet caboose.
Good night.
The thing that's really rough about not being able to see what's going on in
Oh,
Twitch
yeah, that's right.
is that when you're doing those little things, I'm
Right.
like, I don't know if we can talk yet. I'm gonna wait for David to say
Yeah.
something.
I have to give you guys some kind of signal so that you know.
Yeah. Like, I want you to interact
rest
with
your
your
sweet caboose.
dudes and dudettes.
Guess what you guys could do is pull up Twitch on your separate device and just keep it muted. But then you just be watching your own face the whole time. Which I guess you can do anyways. I don't know. We'll figure something
I'm
Yeah,
not that vain.
out.
Believe me,
Oh.
I've tried it.
Yeah. 'Cause we'll have to
I
figure
tried
something
pulling
out.
it up.
When we switch from Restream to Zoom one day in November, I don't know if we'll be able to see the chat anymore. We'll figure
Wait,
that out.
we're gonna switch to Zoom?
Yeah, it's $1 cheaper than Restream, and I don't restream to any other platforms really anymore. I mean, I'm
Oh, okay.
technically doing it, but I don't care about Facebook or YouTube. So
Hmm. Okay, no, I was just wondering because didn't Zoom just come out and say
Uh-oh.
like, oh yeah, we can use everything that you say or do using Zoom to train AI.
no, okay, maybe we'll stay with Restream. I don't know, it's only $1. We'll stop restreaming, I think, at least.
Oof.
We'll figure it out. We've got time. We've also got Anything else in this episode? Oh wait, we gotta pull up our Frankie yaks. Oh, I forgot to do that with yours, Chad. Here's mine.
Show me that Frankiac.
Yeah. Do I have to be gang probed?
Yeah.
That's just a funny thing to say.
Hilarious in and out of context.
I'd have to say that's probably mine too. That was probably my favorite line that made me laugh out loud.
I do like the follow-up to it where Flanders asks, "What do the aliens look like?" And I was like, "Well, I only saw them from behind because they're so busy gang probing you."
That was all just a pretty good bit.
Yeah. Here. Got Chad's. With the,
That one was really good too. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're being carjacked. Don't get clever, old man. Take us to Dress Barn. Guys, we've been to a Dress Barn.
Yes.
I have not.
I have.
Wrong one.
I don't even know what it's like in a dress barn. Like I assume that they sell dresses, and that's about the extent to which my imagination is filling in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a.
I'm picturing a
Ross.
jeans warehouse is what I was thinking. I think I know what one looks like, but I was actually picturing a jeans warehouse, which I think is basically the same thing.
But jeans warehouses aren't even warehouses.
No, they're
Neither
just
are
regular
men's
stores.
warehouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just regular stores.
The Burlington Coat Factory isn't a coat factory.
Mm-hmm.
But they are more than great coats.
Yeah.
They have boots too.
I don't know if I've ever been to a Burlington Coat Factory.
I'd have to choose between those two Frankie X because I don't have enough. Those two lines are just. I did vividly remember the old people being carjacked gag from my youth. I remembered that one.
Yeah.
The gang probing I didn't remember, but I feel like I should have because that's a good one.
The crap rock wuss rock bit was also good.
Yeah,
if it didn't take so long, that would have been my Frankiac. But it's overall that's like a 10-second long bit.
Yeah, it's a whole bit. There's a lot of going back and forth and stuff. You can't just get it in one line.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the only Lisa joke in the episode.
How do you silence the little voice that says think? You mean Lisa? No, common sense. That can be treated with our good friend alcohol. Yes, that is also a bit that I wrote down in my notes because I liked it so much. Like not just because it's a Lisa joke, but also because it's like, oh yeah, no, that's exactly how I used to silence all of the doubts and fears and everything bouncing around in my head. If I just drank enough, then I don't worry about anything. And that's why I thought maybe I might have a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not what alcohol's for.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a enjoyment enhancer.
I always had the thing with alcohol. If I drink too much, then once things quiet down, then all I do is think about those problems more. It's like, oh, well, this isn't what it's supposed to be doing.
Because really what it mostly does is it's a mood enhancer.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to think it's an enjoyment enhancer, but it's like, if you're drinking in a bad mood, you're just going to be drunk and in a bad mood.
That's true.
Yeah. That's why I tried to not drink when sad as much as I was able to.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
it's just going to make you melancholy.
And all the times I remember not having a good time going out drinking, when I was already not in a good mood.
That's true.
I still remember the time where I ran into you at the club, and I was like, I'm going to pretend to be Irish and see if I can get Joe laid.
The connection between Chad being Irish and Joe getting laid, I want to know more about how that works.
I was just Joe's Irish friend who kept on trying to introduce him to random women. Not women I knew.
Right.
Just random women.
Right. Just to give you kind of the extra confidence of playing a character, so that
Mhm.
you could talk to these women, not even for your own purposes, just to get them to talk to Joe. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, because I would abandon him every single time,
Yeah, was it?
or at least that's as much as I remember. For all I know, that Joe actually went home with a woman that night.
Yeah, you weren't around for us to see it.
No.
You had to stay on the move. As
No.
a
I was
short-statured
moving
Irishman,
around a
you
lot,
don't want to be caught.
and also fairly. When I ran into Joe, I was already treading the line going towards blackout drunk.
Ah,
So I actually only remember about half an hour of Joe.
that's all you need.
Mhm.
Yeah, this sounds like it was as much of it was a plan to help Joe out. It was also a little bit of Chad just wants to do an Irish accent.
Yes.
Everybody wins.
Yeah,
It's like, I think this is going to be a real fun idea, and I'm drunk enough to do it.
I'm be an Irish wingman. Let's go.
Mhm.
Did you
Oh,
have anything
turned
to
out
say
better
about-
than.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just trying to. I also don't have much else
Okay.
to say about the episode.
Yeah, I ran out of my notes.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody beats up Ned and Homer, and then send them on their way, and then they have to walk back. Oh, and they're attacked by vultures.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I do love when two animals just look at each other and say, "Let's get them." Like that's
Mhm.
always a funny gag.
I also liked that the vultures were attacking them after it faded to black.
I do always
So
like
we have
those.
to imagine it.
Yeah. Over the credits, I do enjoy that a lot.
That's always a fun bit.
Yeah.
On to the second episode,
Yeah.
I think.
The frying game.
Frying game.
So I don't actually know what happens in the crying game, so I cannot tell you
I only know one
how
thing
close.
about it. It's the one thing that
Oh yeah,
everybody knows about.
there's
Yeah.
one thing I know about the crying game, and it's the source of a lot of transphobic
It's
jokes,
true.
Yeah.
some of which I regretfully made myself.
But yeah, it exists only as a punchline that we shouldn't be making anymore.
Mhm. Have you ever actually watched it, Joe?
No, I'm aware of. I'm aware of the joke though.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, that's the only thing that people know about the movie, and I read the Wikipedia entry about it, and that shit's like in the middle of the movie.
Oh, okay. Because I did watch it on cable once. It was the last like 3 minutes, and I didn't understand what's going on. Well, I was assuming that's when it was going to happen, but no, it was just people.
No, it happened
being sad.
quite a bit before then.
Yeah. If you still have your HBO Max or just Max subscription is on there. Anybody wants to watch that?
Regrettable.
You better watch it before Max decides to erase the existence of it. They tend to do
Yeah.
that.
It's true.
No, it's not animated. It's safe.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's not
okay.
their. It's not a HBO original or anything. It's just
hmm
Yeah, and it's not a superhero movie helmed by a woman.
yeah.
So I feel like it's safe.
This came out May 19th, 2002. So I was still in high school, finishing up
I was
my junior year of high school.
literally about to turn 20 because my birthday's May 20th.
Ah, oh wow! It's the day before your birthday. It's your last day of.
Yeah.
This is the last day that Chad was a hot teen. He's about to be
Yeah.
a 20-something.
The last day that I was a hot teen in your area.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
Oh, that's right. It is almost. I know it's not. Almost.
No, it's not.
You're half.
It's almost
It was.
it's almost a while ago.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Almost just means kind of close.
Yeah.
Close is a very relative term. So we could say that this is almost my birthday, even though it's past it.
Yeah. As long as it's
We're
not
within,
exactly your
3
birthday,
months.
we're not wrong.
Yeah, and we're within 3 months. That is less than half.
Yeah. This couch gag was a weird one. When they came in.
Oh yeah.
Homer had a little Hitler mustache and everything was black and white.
Hmm.
I guess it's called the Charlie Chaplin couch gang. Oh, he was Charlie Chaplin. Never mind.
Yeah, no, different paintbrush mustache.
Ah.
There's three people that are famous for having that, and you guessed wrong out of the three,
I knew I had
Who's the
somebody.
third?
We got a little piece.
and you knew it wasn't J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh. I was like, who's the third person? I was like, oh, J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
The person
Where's
that
the
wants
third?
pictures of Spider-Man.
I wish I hadn't said it, so that if you could have asked
There it is.
who is the third person, and I could have said, I'll give you a hint. He wants pictures of Spider-Man.
Would have fucked me up.
Yeah.
Also, for something that pays reverence or at least reference to Charlie Chaplin,
Right.
aside from the walk, it just was kind of flat.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
it's black and white, and then he does a quick walk. But I mean, it's a couch gag. It's only supposed to be a couple of seconds long.
Yeah,
Yo.
I mean, it's only like the really expensive, crazy ones that go on a bit longer.
Yeah.
So.
Which is something that happens a lot more in later seasons, and it's kind of a welcome distraction from whatever is actually happening in the episode, I think.
I was like, we have to give you a reason to watch our episode, so you can talk about the couch gag at the water cooler, because you won't be talking about our episode. Unless it's just Treehouse Horrors.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to anyone while standing at a water cooler?
No, I've never worked anywhere where there was a water cooler, I think. Like I worked in
My
places
office
that have
doesn't have
water,
water-
fountains. But yeah.
Yeah, my office doesn't have a water cooler. It has like a water filter machine,
Yeah. Or like a water bottle
So-
filling station.
so you can like
Yeah, we
push
got
the
one of
button and then the water comes out. And
We
it's
got
like
one.
I don't really see why, because Hawaii water tastes good straight from the tap.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like it. But yeah, if people give people the option of having filtered or whatever kind of water, they'll drink it as though it's better,
Hmm.
even if it's not. So strange. Yeah, I've never worked anywhere that has an actual like water cooler.
Just water fountains for me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I think it's just an older generational thing. I've seen them
Yeah.
in opposite like random places that I go, businesses and things. But yeah, never done it myself.
Hmm. I remember when I was a little kid, there was an office my mom worked at that had a water cooler, and I thought it was so cool because it's like you pull the thing and then you see the bubbles going up in the giant water bottle.
Yeah, that's.
Mm.
I did at one point when we were living, I think in Kansas, we had one in our home where we had the guy come and deliver like the big ass. Maybe it wasn't Kansas, it was Colorado. No, Kansas, I think. Yeah, they would deliver the big jug and put it in there, and we had one. I don't know why.
Split the difference,
Yeah.
Kansarado.
Yeah, Kansas. I mean, that's right. I mean, they share a border right there. I don't know
Mm.
what's on that border, but there's something. There's basically nothing
Until you-
between. It's up.
Yeah, until you actually get to the Rockies, Colorado. That part of Colorado is just, it's Kansas plus.
Yeah, I think you could take a bowling ball and roll it down one of those mountains, and it would just roll straight through all of Colorado, the rest of Colorado, and all of Kansas until it hits the Missouri River.
Mhm.
And it's completely flat.
Kansas B flat.
Yeah.
You flat?
I remember driving from Colorado to Vegas a few months after my 21st birthday,
Ah,
and I was so excited to see America. And it turns out after you get out of Colorado, it's just a bunch of rocks until you get to Vegas.
True.
Like Utah, Arizona, both just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah. It's hot rocks just baking in the sun.
Hmm.
Now we took a train ride from, what was it, Seattle to Minneapolis, and like going through
Oh,
Washington and the top of Idaho and stuff, like through the mountains, whatever those are, the Sierras or the Cascades, whichever one those are up near the border with Canada. Like we're going through
I
the mountains.
think
and stuff.
they're the Cascades.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
that sounds right. I think the Sierra Madres are the ones that's right under that, south of those. I think. Trav knows this stuff. Yeah, going through the mountains really cool, and then you kind of have the foothills and stuff when you get into Montana, and then it is one big grass field for like 500 miles or something. It's crazy.
That's the Heartland, man.
Yeah, man.
It's just a big field.
It's just one big old grass field. It's a surprise. You'd think you'd be a tree. You think it can't be that hard for a tree to grow, right? But no, it ain't happening.
They need more room for the amber waves of grain or something.
Guess so. One thing I noticed when I was in Italy was looking out at the mountains that are kind of like around some of the cities and stuff. They would look kind of like blue and hazy because they were so far away. And I was just thinking, oh, there must be some kind of like air pollution thing or something. And then I remembered, no, that's just what stuff looks like when it's like really far away, but you can see it. So you don't really have that here. Unless you go to a certain part, you go to the very east end of the island, you can see like Molokai. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks blue and hazy because it's kind of far away. And it's 45 miles or something. But yeah, there's nothing to see that far out here. It's just nothing but ocean. So you kind of forget that, oh yeah, there's that blue shift of light. Things that are far away.
I thought it was funny that your first thought was, is that pollution and not, is that the gods trying to stop me from viewing their mountain?
Yeah, it's something from Zeus or Athena.
No, but that's Greece.
Oh, that's right. Zeus or what's he called?
Jupiter.
Jupiter. That's right.
Or,
Jupiter.
What's Athena's name?
I think Athena's
Roman
the same,
name?
maybe. Shit.
Athena was.
Rory knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot. I used to know.
Yeah, we all knew in 4th grade. Stand by that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Juno, but it's not. It's not.
I think Juno is Hera.
Yeah. I want to say Athena stayed the same, but I don't know. Can't remember which one stayed
No,
the same.
I'm pretty sure that she changed too.
Maybe it was Apollo that stayed the same? That sounds right.
Could be.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We never did that rewatch of Battlestar Galactica. I'm sure we would have learned all this stuff from that too.
Listen, I'm just saying, all I want is a screaming pillar.
Yeah, screaming pillar.
Minerva.
It's so fun. Minerva. Oh, that's right. Damn.
Minerva. Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this episode is so we find out that Homer and then the Simpsons they get a screamer pillar in their backyard, which is a little caterpillar, a very cute little caterpillar that's constantly screaming.
Oh god, that thing creeped me out so bad, dude. Caterpillars like just generally creep me out because they're like sacks of guts with legs.
Oh yeah,
like too many legs.
Too many legs, and the legs are just little bumps. You know, not really feet.
Yeah, because
and it's super chubby.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think it's because of how fat they are that it freaks me out. Like centipedes and stuff, I don't like them.
Right.
But looking at them doesn't inspire some sort of disgust within me, like knowing that it's just like a bunch of innards crawling around and want to bite you.
They make sense as a bug because they have like legs and mouth parts and sections to their body. But yeah, a caterpillar is just like goo and hair and these little nub feet. It's very strange.
Like some versions of centipedes definitely freak me out more than the caterpillar. It's because of how they move, though.
Yeah.
When they're not moving, I'm like, okay, I'm not freaking out. Starts moving towards me, I start to freak the fuck out because I'm like, no, it shouldn't be moving like that. Oh God, God, why did you do this? Why did you make this?
And especially if it's moving toward you.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah.
the last thing you want.
Like I'll just start going like, God, why did you? So you chose violence at some point. You said, I could give them 2 legs, or I could give them 2 more, or I could give them 2 more, or I could give them 2 more. And now they're running at you.
And I think it was one of those things where God was explaining to the angel how to make the centipede, and he kept trying to tell it to give it a tumor, but he kept hearing 2 more, and 2 more. So he just kept adding 2 more legs. He's like, no, I wanted to have a tumor in its legs, like a caterpillar, like a little weird bumps.
Well, I mean,
Too late.
I feel like the angel was like, God was like, I want you to make a creature that has as many legs as you have eyes.
It's a biblically accurate centipede. The description of what a screaming pillar is like is a pretty accurate description of myself, I think. Which, of course, is
Sick.
without constant reassurance, it will die, and it's sexually attracted to fire, just like me.
It's sexually attracted to fire was such a great line.
Hmm.
Did I close Chad's? No.
There, I'm still here.
Yeah, but I think I closed your Frankie.
yeah. Oh,
I'll
okay.
reopen it.
There are certain animals where it's like you listen to them being described, and you're just like, yeah, I don't know that God wanted this thing to still be here. Like I when I was doing stand up, I had a bit about the Kakopo parrot because I had saw a thing on the internet about it. And I'm just like, this is the craziest fucking animal. It's a bird,
Right.
doesn't fly, which there's several birds that don't fly,
Yeah.
but they usually do something else. Like penguins can swim
Right.
and ostriches can run. The Kakopo just sort of waddles around because it's fat. It's not that it can't fly because its wings are too small or like it's too tall.
Right.
It's just too fat to fly and forgot how.
It didn't need to. There weren't didn't have any predators, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't have any predators, so it could just wander around on the forest floor, and it didn't have to avoid anything. And it also didn't bother figuring out like any mating strategies.
No.
Like other birds, they
Oh,
like
yeah.
put together like beautiful like bird houses, or they gather like the most brilliant this or that to try and impress the female birds. The Kakopo just stands on the forest floor and just kind of screams.
Like a screaming pillar.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, anybody want to have sex? Anyone?
Yeah. And then eventually someone's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then the female Kakopo,
I'll
every
waddle
3
over.
years, it eats the right fruit that makes it horny.
Oh, it's like
And
a
then-
Pokemon.
And then it's just like, yeah, all right, I guess I finally ate the right fruit.
It's like a Cheeto or something.
Yeah.
There's
I
Cheeto dust
don't-
everywhere. So I'm trying to make a really bad joke here. I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what food I eat that I eat right before it's sex. I don't know. What's the
But my
horniest
favorite part
food?
about it is because it never learned to deal with predators.
Right.
It can't. It has 2 main strategies when predators confront it. One, it climbs a tree and tries to fly away. And I don't know if you remember the beginning of this conversation, but they can't fly.
Right.
So it just climbs up a tree and jumps.
This is the funniest thing. Picture a bird doing that. Because it has
Mhm.
wings, I assume. They're not functional.
Yeah.
I imagine it landing on a predator,
Hmm.
and I would just want to be in that situation and yell from the top rope as it just drops from a tree.
Right into its mouth.
Hmm. And the other strategy that it employs is playing dead, which I've never understood as a strategy to avoid predators.
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, it works for possums.
I think they assume that the flesh is no good
Mm.
I guess
or decomposed.
it's just so weird to me that it happens like right when when you're chasing it. So it's like you've already been watching it be alive, and now it's dead. You're like, oh, well, I guess that's that then.
Hmm.
But I guess predators that kill things, if they don't do the killing personally, then I guess that's how they know it's safe. 'Cause they killed it. If they're killers,
It's
predators.
it's that personal touch.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're not scavengers.
That
Yeah.
guarantee.
I didn't murder
Yes.
it myself,
Right.
so I don't know if I can eat
It's not
this.
sporting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My food needs a home cooked feel. I can't just go. I
The
just
home
can't
killed
go to
feel.
Yeah.
I can't go to McKillen's and just get like an 8-pack of little chickadees. I gotta murder them myself.
Yeah. Doesn't count it. It's a real Craven the Hunter situation, I think. I was trying to remember his name.
Mhm.
That's what it was, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta read your prey, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and then squish it.
That's true. And it's like how hardy it is. He thought he killed it, but no, it was still alive. He buried it alive, and it still lived. Alright, what
And
else
the
was-
EPA guy.
Yeah, and the EPA guy just comes out from behind a tree and says, "Hey, it's your responsibility to keep this thing alive under the Reversal of Freedoms Act of 1994." It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Until like 3 minutes ago, I forgot what the other half of the episode was.
It's so
And I just
good,
watched the
this part,
episode.
and then they kind of it's a hard episode to like describe if past if you're trying to remember what this episode is 10 years from now, because you can say scream a pillar, and we're going, oh yeah, I know what that is.
And the rest is like.
It's harder.
I don't even remember what the name of the fake show is.
It's not a good thing.
Frame up.
Yeah.
Frame up,
It's
something like
Frame Up.
that.
Frame Up, yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And it's supposed to be like a condemnation of reality TV, but you don't get to sit in it long enough for it to be a thing. So it just feels like a whole lot of nothing went down, along
Yeah.
with a cheap little Homer sacrificing himself for Marge thing,
Like that
which was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was heartfelt. I like that. Like Homer was like, "I got
I,
you."
I love that so much.
Oh, that was the other one.
That was the best part of the episode to me.
Yeah.
After he confesses to save Marge, and he's like, "Okay, now you do me."
And then she just
Now
goes,
you do it for me.
and then it cuts away. And I'm like, oh, that's so weird. It's a weird thing to put in there.
It's the look. Is the look of heartbreak on Homer, where it's like, "Oh, I'm about to die, aren't
Yeah.
I?"
Mhm.
Ooh.
Also, a weird choice from Marge. You're like, nah, you're okay.
Oh,
I think it makes sense for her to say nah, though.
Yeah.
I
Like-
just remembered oh, sorry.
Oh, what?
Oh, I just remembered another gag that I liked from the episode
yeah.
a whole lot that involved Mr. Burns.
Oh, that was
Oh,
very
yeah?
funny. I like that.
But like, take
Because
cover for me.
Yeah, because Homer, as
yeah.
part of his community service for aggravated buckery and attempted insecticide, he has to do Meals on Wheels, and he ends up helping out this old lady and becoming kind of her handyman kind of thing. And she calls him and says,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can you come over and cut my grass?" And he does. So he has Mr. Burns cover for him, and he just does, and it's very funny. He sits down at
Mr.
the
Burns is
controls.
chilling there eating a donut.
Yeah.
It's great.
Then Carl comes by and he
I'm
goes,
trying to-
"Ah!"
I'm trying to remember which court scene was it that
There's too many court
Duffman showed up in?
I think it's
What was
second
it? The one where Homer is sentenced to the community service, or was it after they thought that he killed Mrs. Bellamy?
It's the
I
Mrs.
think
Bellamy
it
one.
was
The second
Okay.
one, yeah. Which also brings me to I already did my Frankie app, but there were a couple of lines in this one that I think are really relevant to us as streamers. Which was when
Is one of them whatever happened to fair use?
Yeah.
whatever happened to
Yeah.
fair use. Gonna be our argument in the court one day for all of
Mhm.
these Simpsons clips we show. And then the other one was when Homer's about to be electrocuted, and the governor calls. He explains to the guard that the governor says he hopes you're a Twitcher.
I love when that guy shows up.
He's a fun guy. The yes guy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think it's a
And
reference
everyone
to some
expresses
old
their
actor, but I don't know
disdain.
who it is.
Yeah, that's gotta be some oldie timey like comedian. It's gotta be.
Yeah. So that Family Guy influence again. Well, we gotta bring up something weird and old that only we get.
Yeah. Only the the show founders remember. Not the writers. The writers are too young. To be a writer on a show like Family Guy, making references to the 80s to shows you've never seen. To shows and movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to reference Meatballs. Have you seen that movie?
No, but I mean, who knows?
No. But I
Too
heard
bad.
Bill Murray's in it.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
I'm reading the Yes Guys wiki entry, and apparently there's an episode where Homer asks him why he talks like that, and the Yes Guy says, "'Cause I had a stroke."
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I can't wait till I get to that episode.
I remember seeing. Oh, that you unlocked a leg memory. I remember me and my brother were watching that when we were younger. I probably almost peed myself when he said that.
He is a tribute to actor Frank Nelson and his persona on the Jack Benny program,
Oh.
who also reprised that persona apparently on I Love Lucy, The Flintstones, Sanford and Son, Garfield
Wow.
and Friends, and others.
Garfield and Friends. That's a good show.
Yeah, Sanford and Son, also a good show.
Well, hit after hit.
hmm And I suppose I Love Lucy and the Flintstones we should also say are good
Yeah.
because they are classic foundational entertainment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Sanford and Son's got a dope ass theme song.
Yeah, it is so good.
Mhm. It's
Anyway.
like every time I'm sitting there in complete silence, there's like a little part of my brain that just goes, "Happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you."
That should be the
And it's-
birthday song.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's from. I know that's from something.
Oh, you didn't make that
I
up
don't-
yourself?
I don't think I made it up
Oh.
myself. Like that seems too good for me to have made it up myself.
I mean, you could put happy birthday to anything.
Yeah, you can.
Don't-
I mean, you could.
Don't
but-
shoot down your own ingenuity.
Mhm.
Or lie.
Yeah.
You
But-
can just lie and say it's yours. Who's
I could
gonna
just
stop
take
you?
credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's watching this. It's gonna like refute this.
Yeah.
It's
Whoever
not gonna
invented
live
it,
on the
yeah.
internet forever.
Whoever
Yeah.
invented it's long dead anyways, I'm sure.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be okay.
But it-
Lie
Also,
and-
Apollo is Apollo in Rome.
Oh, see, there you go.
Ah.
And of course, Apollo Koala is the Greek/Roman version of this Twitch channel, where it's done from the top of a Mount Olympus. Well, I should have done that when I was in Rome. Gone to some sort of Roman god place and done an Apollo Koala as a stream, but I didn't. So I'll
That
have to do
would
it
have
the
been
next time.
great.
Oh.
When I go to Greece, I'll do it. 'Cause I don't think I'm going back
Mhm.
to Rome. When there's so many other places you can go.
Yeah.
When we do the Mamma Mia tour of Greece. Or the Greece tour of Mamma Mia. Where is that set? You guys ever see Greece? I don't know anything about it.
The
Um,
movie
Yeah,
or the country?
the movie or the musical.
Because there's one that I like much better than the other.
Right.
I'll give you a hint. There's a lot of islands in the one I like.
Isn't I hope there's a whole song about making Thousand Island dressing in Greece. The musical.
That still wouldn't make me want to watch it. I fucking hate that. I don't know why. For some
you-
reason, it's just like I watched the movie once. I don't know how much of it I got through, but it wasn't the whole thing before I just said, maybe some of the people that say that musicals are bad are correct.
Are you signposting what musical you want to do this year?
Absolutely not. I will refuse to participate. I will just
Wow.
disconnect myself from social media
Right.
for a month in order to avoid 12 Days of Greasemas.
But it was the 12 Days of Greasemas 2. So I know people have a fondness for how
Okay.
bad and weird Grease 2 is. But I don't know how many high schools have put on a production of Grease 2.
Yeah.
I would be willing to actually watch Grease 2. It's like I dislike the first one so much that I almost feel like it's worth it as a bit
Right.
to watch the second one. And then whenever people ask me if I like Grease, I say no, but I've watched Grease too.
And I like it to the 12th time.
Hmm. It'd be great if I loved it.
No.
If I said that that's like my third favorite musical or something.
Ooh, that's some tough competition.
Yeah. I think we might be
I don't
doing...
actually know that many musicals. Like I feel like if I put together a top 20, Grease is gonna have to go in there, even though I hate it more than anything else.
Just because you haven't seen enough musicals to kick it out.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's just like shit. This is probably like the 20th best musical I've ever seen, just by virtue of it being a musical I've seen.
Yeah. It's kind of like how the Simpsons Safari episode was in our top 50 right up until a few weeks ago. Because we didn't have 50 episodes on the list.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still in our top 100.
Yes, it still is. It's number 54
It'll
right
keep
now, but it'll be 56 and shortly.
May it keep on plummeting.
Yes.
Hmm.
I have a hard time picturing anything that's going to go below it.
It would
Like
have
mine.
to be real offensive, I think.
Because not even these episodes were that bad.
Yeah, no, not at all. These were pretty... I hate saying things are mid, but these are pretty mid episodes.
Episodes, in fact.
Where you said, Chad, I talked right over you.
I said I enjoyed both of these episodes, in fact. I'm not going to say either of them are great,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed both of them.
I didn't hate them. I think... Yeah, I liked... It's a hard one, actually. It's kind of hard for me to pick. We'll get to that in a minute. I just want to bring up Chad's... Frankie Act. Well, we've all got that voice in our heads telling us to kill. We just have to drown it out with our old friend alcohol.
Hmm. No, he starts humming. She'll be coming around
Yeah.
when she comes. It's like,
That's right.
oh, that is also an excellent bit, because it implies that Mo wants to kill, but it doesn't say it outright.
Yeah. But he's got a voice
I
in him.
remembered another.
Yeah. What are you saying, Chad?
I remembered another thing from this episode that I liked. That was also a Mo moment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Homer after buying the koi pond and hanging with the guys at the bar and getting compliments and saying, "Hey, drop us with some of your pro husband tips." And Mo starts writing them down and says, "I'm going on so many speed dates right now." He exits the bar, immediately walks back in and says, "I got turned down 200 times." And sounds the saddest I've ever heard that character
He had so
sound.
much hope. It was like it's like walking into a casino. Just full of hope. Really thought it was going to happen.
And he walked back in so quickly.
Yeah. 400 no's, he says. But
400 no's.
Homer's
I'm
tips
like,
for magical or good husbanding. Where is it? Make every day a celebration of your
You
love.
screenshotted it? Okay.
No, but I'm looking at Frankie. Surprise her with pasta salad. I think those are both good suggestions.
Yeah.
Put a mini beret on your wang. That's fun. And then was that the last one? I think it was. Yeah, that stuff is gold. Yeah, I can't say that you shouldn't do any of those.
Yeah. Maybe Mo mixed up the order of how you do things. And that.
You just showed him
That's
his
how-
wang with the little mini beret on it. Started with that.
No, more like put his wang in the pasta salad.
Oh, he mixed it up.
That does sound like a Mo move.
It was like, if I combine them all,
Yeah, 'cause
It's speed date. I've only got so much time.
Gotta go. do it all at once.
Gotta get it all in there. So, one of the other bits that I really enjoyed in this episode is before Homer shows Marge the koi pond, uh, and she has the blindfold, but it doesn't cover the top and bottom of her eye because the Simpsons all have these like gargantuan like
Yeah, perfect
eyeballs.
circular eyeballs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the blindfold only covers the middle part of her eyes. So one of the dots from her eyes like raises up over the eyebrow and over the blindfold. And then Homer's like, no peeking, and then he turns the eyeball back down.
And they always do that great squishy eyeball sound that they use. I love it.
Simpsons
That
Simpsons
bit was
eyeball
so
gags.
good.
I love all the Simpsons eyeball
very
gags.
fun.
Like there's an old one where it's like, did you? I think Bart was like, Homer, did you apply like your eye cream after getting that laser surgery? I was like, why? Your eyes might crust over, and his eyes just instantly crust.
So good. And that
They
whole
like
episode
layer forward. I was like, oh.
Hmm.
it was-
Oh, there was another part with the koi pond where she was like, a place where I can hear myself think.
Yeah.
And then the first thought that she has is, how much did he spend on this?
Yeah. How much money did he piss away on this? I think that's something my
Oh,
wife
was that
thinks all the
actually your
time.
Frankiac?
That was my 5th Frankiac from this episode, I guess. It's just something that I know my wife thinks about constantly. Not constantly. I don't spend my money on that
Mhm.
much stuff. But I'm sure she wonders what it is that I'm doing. I don't
I
the
will
money.
say,
Where's all the
like,
money? Cheering
that was
bits.
probably like, that's probably one of like the more heartfelt, like, actual gestures that Homer does towards his wife.
Hmm.
Like, that's not motivated out of like getting something. I was honestly surprised, and then for it to turn out the way it did at the end, I'm like, oh, this is a Green Mile gag though,
Yeah. That's pretty
a
fun.
really weird one.
It is really weird. It feels like a Family Guy.
Yeah, it does feel like a Family Guy joke. Um. After the old lady dies,
Mm-hmm.
and then they start doing murder tours of
Oh,
Springfield.
yeah. That's very funny.
And this is Homer and Marge's place, or H. Diddy and Murder Home.
And his murder home. So funny.
That
Yeah.
was my second favorite weird name joke in this episode. The first one was when Bart and Lisa were going to become foster children
Oh, yeah.
as
I loved it.
Pamela E. Lee and Dingus Squatford Jr.
And Lisa said
And when Lisa complained, they said, "Quiet, Dingus."
because she's dingus.
Yeah, implying that Bart is Pamela.
Pamela E. Lee, of course, Pamela Lee from the Baywatch. And we get Carmen Electra later on. I wonder if I did that on purpose.
Oh,
How about
yeah.
that?
Didn't think about that
Yeah.
connection.
My eyes were up here. I made my choice.
Glad to remember where that came from. I think that's another one of those things that's burned in my brain. And now I remember why.
Mhm. So apparently, when the cops thought that Homer and Marge killed Myrna,
Mm-hmm.
it was because her will had just been changed to give them $50,000.
Right. Oh, we did
And
the
look,
inflation game.
while you're calculating that, I just want to say for the record, well, $50,000 is not an amount that I would sneeze at myself.
Yeah.
it's also not the kind of money where you think like, oh, she must have been murdered for her money.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like $50,000 is oh, so that's really nice.
Yeah. It's $85,000 in today's money.
Yeah, that's still just a very nice amount of
Yeah.
money. It doesn't sound like, oh boy, uh, here I go killing again kind of money.
I think it is until you hear like the real true crime stories about how much money people are getting killed for by their spouses, which is probably half of that a lot of times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, no, I listened real good when oh man, I forgot his name. Who was that old black comedian that we used to do shows with sometimes?
Oh,
Bald?
Ozell?
No, not Ozell.
What was his deal?
Always running the light. What was his deal? He was he Air Force? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Was a retired Air Force guy.
You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah, we know
right?
what you're talking about.
Older
But yeah,
guy? Yeah.
he had a bit about how the best way to make sure that you have a long and happy marriage
Right.
is make sure that your life insurance is not more money than you bring home in a year, so that you're more valuable to your wife alive than dead.
Yeah. That's good
Oh.
math. That's good thinking.
And I have a very low amount of life insurance money.
Yeah. It's the way to do it. I need to get real life insurance. Do that. Got to do my job
Do you
right
have
now, but
fake life insurance?
I got to do my job, but once I retire from the job, then it
okay.
doesn't go follow me into retirement. So I have to get real life
No, you
insurance.
better get it before you get like old.
Yeah.
I think there was a good cop joke in this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because
The pearl neck.
when Wiggum he finds the diamond necklace right in their home. Is it that
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, are you trying to bribe me? Because I can just go and get that from the evidence locker later. And I'm like, damn.
That is good.
Yeah.
Art represents a life. Art reflects life, yo.
Hmm.
That's gonna look real good on your wife, Chief.
Yeah.
She's a special lady. I'm like,
Forgot that we have Gil in this episode too, as their lawyer.
Hmm.
And the judge asks him if he has any closing remarks, and he's well, not at this time, Your Honor. And he goes, well, this is the only time. And he goes, well then, no.
So Gil's in the Venn diagram, right?
No, I forgot that he's in both. Yeah, that's right.
oh, he's in both. Well, yeah, he was in both episodes.
I wasn't
He-
100% sure that Gil was the lawyer.
Yeah, I just saw it now. Yeah.
He gambled the pension.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Homer, he does he gets his big old last meal, and it's huge, and there's a whole keg of beer and fried chickens and things. And it
That
reminds me of
bomb's
the,
gonna go.
Yeah, 'cause that was his surprise execution. That is gonna, this bomb's gonna go off. Shit. Yeah, it reminds me of the guy that I think is in Texas who was on death row, and he ordered a crazy huge last meal of like 10 chickens and a bunch of whatever stuff, like a ton of stuff, and he didn't eat any of it. And so that's why they got rid of last meals. Yeah, at least maybe in Texas or maybe just across the board. People are getting executed now. It's just you get a regular meal, which sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could absolutely see that being a thing in Texas. I don't know if it's that way across the board.
Right. I don't know. If you know anybody on death row, let us know in the chat. Or hit us up on
Let us know.
x.com/opalakoala.
Yeah, yeah. Send us a tweet on 10.
Yeah. That's what they call
I've
it in
decided
Rome.
now
Yeah.
that that's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it in Rome.
I'll keep on calling it Twitter. Because if Elon Musk will if Elon Musk can dead name people, I can dead name his app.
That was exactly my rationale last week. I believe that I'm on the record as saying that, and I just decided to start calling it 10 because I was thinking about the X-Men earlier today.
I
Yeah.
might call. Hmm?
What?
I might call it P Diddy.
I was thinking about the X-Men story Assault on Weapon Plus, which I think was the first time that they revealed that in X that is important to X-Men history actually wasn't the letter X, but it was the Roman numeral 10,
Oh.
because Wolverine was part of the Weapon 10 program. It
Okay.
was the 10th weapon in the Weapon Plus program. He was not Weapon X.
Right. Out of however many. What is X? Like the 23rd letter or something? Or is it just
Yeah,
X? Because everything is X in the X-Men world.
yeah. And then that actually got picked up kind of recently, like I want to say late 2019. All of a sudden, they sort of ran with that idea, and X started to mean 10 in a bunch of different things, like in House of 10 and Powers of 10,
Hmm.
10 of Swords. Trying to remember what all the crossovers were called.
Were these all X-Men things?
Yeah, these were all X-Men crossover books or X-Men miniseries books.
Right. So not so much in the. I guess you don't see as many X stuff in the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, there's generally not X stuff in the Avengers. Like every time that they tried to do it, everyone's just like, but only the X stuff is interesting, not none of this Avengers crap. Yeah, that's right. Fake nerds who think the Avengers are the greatest things in the world. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's gatekeeping. I'm sorry, nerds who were not actually reading comics back in the 90s and previous.
Yeah.
The Avengers classically were second string. The X-Men carried Marvel.
Yeah. It's so weird how. Yeah, that was like the biggest thing in the 90s. Like any sort of comic book, anything. It's all X-Men. And then
Yep.
It's
not barely a thing
it's
anymore in pop culture, like sidekick
yeah.
stuff.
It's crazy that Cosmic kind of got a glow up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is all thanks to the Guardians movies. Even though there was a lot of good cosmic stuff going in around the time that they relaunched Guardians, and they picked almost none of that for the
No.
movies. Like they're just like, oh, hey, they brought back Groot and Rocket Raccoon. Let's put them in a movie, and that's literally the only thing they've took from the Abnett and Lanning
Wow.
Guardians. They don't even
Oh,
put on the uniform from that comic until Guardians 3,
Wow.
like
still need to see it.
halfway through that movie. Oh, dude, it's so good.
It is good.
It is so on my list. I'm like, oh, I keep on
And
forgetting to watch you.
it's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Oh,
watch it before the price goes up.
oh yeah.
Oh, is the
Price is
going
going up on Disney Plus in October.
Oh.
Yeah, just in time for all of the years that I prepaid for to finally expire.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Yeah, no, it's great. I can actually see how much I paid for back when it launched in 2019 and realize, oh, you guys doubled the price.
Wow.
Wait, how much is it increasing to?
140 a year.
Oh
So they let you
yeah,
do
no,
it by
I think I might get rid of that.
like a 3-year.
I got
pack?
the the paid
Oh.
third year free, and then
Ah.
uh, after that, Verizon was giving away a free year
Right.
on them. So I got 4 years for 140 bucks. And now it's like, oh, 1 year is going to be 140 bucks. Great.
Yeah. Wow.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Now that they got you.
Hmm.
Yeah, but $70
You
in
can watch Andor.
2019 money is $85 now. So So it hasn't quite doubled, I think. But
That would be what I would feel is a reasonable amount.
yeah, because they have a lot more original stuff that they're doing on there now with all the Marvel and the Star Wars series and stuff. So I can kind of see how they do it. Also, yeah, they can just get away with it because everyone's on there now. Now that they got you, what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
that's the thing. I'm just like, I watch more Disney Plus than literally any other streaming service.
Yeah, they figured it out. They put just by putting the Simpsons on there, they got me until I tracked down all the DVDs.
Until you finish this.
Yeah, so they got me for another 10 years. At which point we'll revisit the price of Disney Plus in 10 years, and it will be several $1,000s a year, I'm sure. But they'll own so many other properties that it'll make sense.
Yeah, at that point, I assume that Disney is going to also own Viacom, CBS, and World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
right, Twitch, and then they'll own everything that I ever watch anyways. Just I'll be there.
Yeah.
Any other
So
thoughts
question.
on what's up?
Oh no, I was gonna check which episode did y'all prefer, but it sounded like you were about to
Oh yeah,
wrap it up.
Anything else that we want to say about the frying game before we say goodbye, or say before we make a determination of which one's better?
Ultimately, the last part of the episode felt kind of hollow,
Oh yeah, it definitely.
and
It's the thing of saying it was all a dream, but it was all a fake TV show. Same thing.
I'd say
Yeah.
I extend that to the Vegas episode as well.
Yeah.
They both feel nothing-ish for the stakes that they placed in there.
Right.
But not every episode can be like a swing for the fences emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't have to be.
But I feel like the Viva Ned Flanders does have like the first half when they're dealing with Flanders' stuff of his hey, we gotta teach you how to like live your life and be, enjoy it and everything. There's something there. There's something there.
Yeah,
with
there's
them.
a lot of solid. They both have so many solid gags.
Right. I think Frying Game is funner. It had more jokes that had me laughing or wanting to screenshot it. What do you think, Chad?
The Frying Game had, I think, a lot more gags in there, but Viva Ned Flanders was, I think, I don't want to say that it was a completely well-written episode, because it did feel like two episodes kind of Frankenstein together.
Right.
But the Frying Game was like 3 episodes not very well Frankenstein together.
That's true.
And you tacked on an additional it was all fake at the very end. So it's like if you put together Frankenstein out of just like 4 butts.
Yeah, I do feel like that way. It's like it's a tough one to even remember what it was about.
Yeah.
Because there's so much. I do want to mention that when I first started doing stand-up, I was talking to somebody at work who was like an old retired Navy sailor guy, and he was talking about telling old sea stories and stuff. And he was talking about a threesome he had one time with 2 very ugly women. He said that you couldn't Frankenstein those 2 bitches together to make one decent-looking person. I think were his exact words. And then he said, you can use that if you want. I'm like, thanks, bro.
Powell C.
Yeah, that's policy. He didn't tell me that
Oh.
joke, but it was that kind of a thing. And that's why you never tell anybody if you do comedy, because they will tell you horrible things and tell you to, yeah, and you can say that on stage, Put your name on that.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
I expect to hear that on your comedy special.
Yeah. I'll be
You expect me to get a comedy special? Thanks.
That's nice. I appreciate that sometimes.
You not only think highly of myself, but of your material
Yeah.
as well.
If you keep telling my jokes, you're gonna go far, kid. Yeah, I think Viva Ned Flanders is my vote for today's matchup. It's not a great
I
episode,
vote.
but it's a little bit better. What's up?
I vote for the Screamer Pillar.
Yeah.
It just had the better jokes.
It is. I think.
The potential of Ned Flanders makes me sad.
Yeah, they really could have done something more. They could have gotten to it a little faster and then gotten them out of there and dealt with their wives and stuff for a little bit in the episode. They could have had a lot more happen. Yeah. But I still.
I
think
would
it
have
was
loved to
overall
see.
better.
I would have loved to see Ned actually try and do impulsive things, and not just us being told that he did in A Night of Benders.
Right.
That's the most boring choice.
That's true.
And its payoff doesn't feel good because of it. Because I'm sitting there like, I wanna see Flanders cut loose, and I know we only get a few of those in the whole series, but they tend to be some of the best moments of the series.
Yeah, it's good to
like
see him.
Fland.
You want him to have fun. It's two things.
Yeah, like Flanders going ape shit and making fun of everybody in the town is one of the crowning achievements of Simpsons. So
That's a good one.
How did the polls go?
So on the poll, on the r/Simpsons Discord, it's 3-2 for Viva Ned Flanders. He has one more vote. And I think. Yeah, 'cause the frying game, like I said, has more jokes that I like, but I think it's also got more just the random crap I don't like. And if I have to watch another episode, watch these again in 5 years, I'm gonna want to watch Viva Ned Flanders again. Viva Ned Flanders or all of just the Screamer Pillar stuff. So, right? But then everything after, not so much.
I feel like in 5 years, I wouldn't mind watching the frying game again.
Right.
Because I'm going to completely forget about everything that happens in the episode.
It's true.
yeah,
Viva Ned Flanders, I'm at least going to remember, oh yeah, the Ned Flanders wife episode. You're going to tell me the frying game, and I'm going to be like, what?
Yeah, even
Did
now.
Simpsons do a transphobic episode?
I mean, it's not that they haven't. Or wouldn't. They did made some
I know that they've made
in this
jokes.
one. Yeah. We didn't go through all the Vegas puns and things. So a lot of them were homophobic, so I didn't even write them down. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Viva Ned Flanders
we didn't.
today.
We didn't talk about the Moody Blues joke. That was
Yeah,
funny.
that was. You guys.
Oh yeah, no, that was very good.
Do you know anything about the Moody Blues aside from what you've seen in this episode of The Simpsons?
No, I just thought it was really funny when they were just waxing poetic and said like, no, none of that poetic shit. Let's beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, that was very funny. It's strange to me that the band's called the Moody Blues. They're playing in Vegas. You would expect it to be like a blues band and not like it's like doing like medieval poetry, romance poetry. Like, what is their deal? What is the Moody Blues
Here's
deal?
the thing to me. You could have put almost any band in that position, and it still would have been funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as one of them pulled out a frickin' sword and went like, "Let me get the fatty," and I'm like,
It's like, imagine that's the Wu-Tang Clan instead of the Moody Blues. That shit's still funny.
Yes.
the Wu-Tang Clan, Spice Girls.
Hmm. It may actually even be funnier if it's the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh yeah, it would have been funnier because you would have gotten you'd have known who it was.
Hmm.
But it was.
I would have preferred.
So.
I also would have preferred there to be a more expanding Dredrick Tatum.
Yeah, you always want to see more
bit.
Dredrick Tatum.
I mean, nothing beats my favorite Dredrick Tatum line of all time, but
What's that?
it's the one where it's an episode where Lisa makes like an enzyme or something that makes like bullies aggressive.
Yeah, we watched that a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, we watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he smears it on.
On Dredrick Tatum
And Nelson's just Nelson cries. He's like, "Please don't hurt me." He's like, "You provided me no recourse," and starts to roll up his sleeves. And I'm like, "Oh God."
I like the idea that he's like, "Oh, this 10-year-old boy's punching me. I'm gonna have to kick his ass. He won't stop."
Hmm.
Like, please desist. I insist you desist.
Yes. But the
I did really like your behavior is unconscionable, though. That's a pretty good line.
It's just a great. You can make him say anything. That's fine. Just give him big words to say. It's so fun.
That is a good one.
Yeah. But the sign in Vegas that said the Satin Knights sing the Moody Blues, and the opening act is the Moody Blues. I just thought that was it's like, even though I don't know what any of those words mean. Like, I get that it's funny, and I really like that joke. 'Cause I don't know what the Satin Knights are or who the Moody Blues are, but the fact that one group is covering this group and then they're opening for them is very funny.
Oh, the last thing that's said before they wake up,
Hmm.
before they wake up from their drunk bender.
It's another one that's
Let me
burned in my
get
brain.
one white wine spritzer.
Spritzer. I can't think of white wine spritzers without thinking of this episode.
Say,
You guys ever had a
I'm
white wine
gonna
spritzer?
vote for. I don't even know what a spritzer is.
I think that means it has either soda water or champagne. Probably soda water, I guess.
Like white wine and champagne mixed together.
Yeah, it's gotta be soda water, right? Gotta be. I assume there's bubbles.
I can only assume it's a really weak drink.
Yeah. Wine, soda, and ice, yeah. So just club soda and
A,
wine.
s- a spritzer is a tall, chilled drink usually made with white wine and carbonated water or sparkling mineral water.
Ah.
Wait, so you're watering down the wine with carbonated water or sparkling water?
Right, yeah. Just adding some bubbles and some water.
Hmm.
I'd
Which,
take one of those. Yeah, because they had
why are you just not drinking champagne at that point?
Yeah, it's more expensive.
Well,
Because in Italy they had
There's
Aperol
some
spritz.
there's some real cheap champagne though.
Yeah.
Like I've drank that before.
Yeah, but I think it was made in a time when it was probably that was your option, is either go buy an expensive bottle of champagne or make your own champagne at home by pouring club soda into your wine.
Mm.
That's, yes.
Yeah. Now that you're saying it, that actually makes sense to me. That it's like, oh, let's make our own champagne.
Yeah, because that's how they do it in prison, right? If you want to make prison champagne, you would just pour Sprite in your toilet wine.
I guess.
I don't know how you get the Sprite.
I'm sure you can get Sprite from the commissary, right? Or the canteen, whatever they call it.
I don't know how jail works, dude.
Yeah, I don't either.
So,
If you're watching from jail, please let us know on x.com/.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're our today's winner, Viva Ned Flanders. Frying game.
Yep.
Pretty good, but not as memorable of an episode. So we'll see it again.
I think
in 5
they're
years.
fairly close, though.
Yeah, I think they are, and that's where we'll see here when we put them on the list. Definitely above Simpsons so far. Let me make this bigger. No, yeah. Big, go big. No, not small. Big.
Embiggen.
Embiggen.
I did not know that was a Simpsons word.
Yeah, a noble spirit, and Biggin's the smallest soul, smallest man. Soul, shit. Another first half. I hate, as a trivia man, Chad. You know that if you can't think of the exact quote, then it drives you crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, no, like the thing that I'm most familiar with
Embiggen's
in
the smallest
Biggin
man.
is the Ms. Marvel.
Oh, did she say it?
Yeah, she says it to grow bigger.
That's right. Yeah, because it's Miss Marvel.
Oh,
not
she
Captain
does.
Marvel. All the different Marvels. Is too much. We'll learn it in
Well,
the movie.
Captain Marvel was Ms. Marvel
Oh, jeez.
before,
That's why it's so confusing.
Oh.
and then when they gave her pants, she got promoted to captain. or maybe it happened like the reverse of that, where she got promoted to captain, and therefore they gave her pants.
Yeah. Captain's pants. That's the thing.
Hmm.
This Captain's wafers.
Captain
That's
pants.
pretty good. Yeah. I just want to see.
I think both of these are better than Simpsons Bible stories.
Oh yeah, put them above that. Where is? Yeah. Even. Hungry how much? Yeah. Huh. What is Sex Pies and Idiot Scrapes? I don't even remember what that is.
I don't remember that either.
Scorpion's Tail is when all the old people's eyeballs pop out. I remember that.
I don't remember that
Ooh,
either.
This is definitely below Bart Gets Famous and Bart the Genius.
Okay.
I don't think you guys. I think I did that episode solo. Scorpion's Tail. I have no idea what Sex Pies and Idiot Scrapes is. So I think this is probably the area where these are gonna go.
All right.
Let's see. All right. So Viva Ned Flanders slightly better than the Frying Game. Marge gets a job. That's not a Bible story. Yeah, but above that, so right in here. I don't know. I think I think it's right in the same area. When I think of Hungry Hungry Homer, how I remember the episode and I remember liking it, but then we watched it and I was like, this is okay. And that's where I feel like about these episodes. So I think these are right above it. I would say right above. Let's put it above Sex Spies and Idiot Scrapes, because I don't know what that is.
That is the one where Homer and Flanders are bounty hunters.
Oh.
Huh.
And you weren't here for that one, right? Oh, my writing Ned Flanders. Even Ned
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk to you about how you had an experience with Dog the Bounty Hunter, but you weren't available. Even Ned Flanders. From season 2. Famous friend of Polly Shore, Dog the Bounty Hunter. And then I think we put we just put the Frying Game right below that. I think that's okay. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's from season 13. Okay. So, how many more things do we have to do? A lot. No, only 2. This is our Venn diagram of these 2 episodes for week 29. Things they have in common: the movie The Game with Michael Douglas. They had that same some references there. They have Cletus at moments in both that were pretty good. They go to church in both. I was running out of things to say till I remembered that they also have a silence the voice in your head, either through our old friend alcohol or old timey public. What's it called? Oh shit. When
Public Realm?
Public Realm.
Is that what it's called?
Nope, that's halfway there. Realm, public. Okay. Yeah, we all know what I'm talking about. Gil's in both episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Don Rickles is in
Public Domain.
Public Domain. Domain and realm. Real close words. Same meanings.
Yeah. Very close.
Yeah. Had Don Rickles and Viva Ned Flanders. And then Marge says she's not going to do that old lady's dirty work anymore. Of course, famously, Don Rickles was in the movie Dirty Work. And Springfield's not in Nevada because they get kicked out of the state on their way home. So we're slowly narrowing our way down to where Springfield is. You can see this. If you want to look at this again, it'll be posted on our X account. Yes.
On our 10 account.
Yeah, our 10 account. That's what I keep saying, but then I don't do it. I keep forgetting. But I will do it this week. Next week, cool episodes. Got to talk about 2 weird late season episodes. A totally fun thing that Bart will never do again from season 23. And The Fight Before Christmas, season 22, episode 8. I think I'm going to have to rearrange the words a little bit on this because I think to get more clicks and views, you always want to show cleavage if it exists. And I think there is from Katy Perry. Right.
I'm sure that it must exist if Katy Perry is in the picture.
Yeah. So we'll put it up.
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
both of these look terrible.
Wait, come on, you want to see Simpsons Muppets?
No, I don't actually.
I
I also don't want to see a cruise line commercial starring The Simpsons.
Yeah, and you can't see the side of the TV, but this is The Simpsons flat screen TV. So this is from
Which always weirds me out.
2010 or something. Yeah, it is very strange.
Ooh.
But that's what we'll be doing tomorrow.
Those are
or next week. Maybe tomorrow. If I'm streaming tomorrow, ask me about these episodes, and we'll talk about it. I will not have seen them, but we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, chances are, no matter when David's streaming, he's not going to be able to talk about them until next week, Monday.
Yeah, it's true. Um, yeah, sometime
Because
Monday, about
I
an hour before.
usually watch these on Sunday evening, and I usually see them before David does.
You do, yeah.
Mm.
I've gotten to watching them right after work, right before we start streaming, which is not the best idea, but hey, it's working. It's working.
I I uh, I tried that once, did not have as much time as I thought I did, and I ended up having to watch both episodes at the same time.
Which is pretty fun. I think that's a great
It
experience for
felt
you
a
to have
little
had.
bit like going crazy.
But I'm glad you did it. And I encourage
Mhm.
everyone to try it at least once to watch 2 episodes of The Simpsons at the same time.
Two
Yeah.
separate
Two
ones.
separate. Yeah, don't watch
Double
the same one.
fisted.
That's just watching it in stereo.
You're double
I guess
fisting
if you
these
do,
episodes.
if you put it in 2 screens that are slightly off center from each other, you can kind of get like a 3D effect.
Oh yeah, no, put the same episode on two different screens and just have them like half of a second apart. It'll definitely feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah, that's like how those weird those apps that they had where like you sound jammer, mind jammers or something, where it would replay your voice like like half a second after, and you could try to speak and it would fuck you up real bad.
That describes like several different podcasts that I've been on where I'm trying to speak and I can hear myself and I'm like, I don't know how to talk anymore.
So
It's playing
disorienting.
two-headed giant with yourself, but you exist 5 seconds in the future.
No.
Yeah, so we'll do that one day on as a for one of our fundraisers. Probably try one of those things for 5 minutes or something. If we hit a goal, if we hit.
Speaking of, we had a fundraiser tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be going on until the town of Lahaina has been completely rebuilt. By then, hopefully, we'll
All right.
have raised $100.
hmm
Yeah.
If we're holding on for that long, then that means that that's what the next 4th of July one's probably going to be also.
Oh yeah,
Because I don't
probably.
think that they are rebuilding that whole town in 1 year.
No, it would be crazy. That'd be amazing if they did. If you can.
Rome
help
wasn't built in a day,
Yeah.
and I don't think this is getting built in a year.
No, but at least the fires will be put out within a year. I'm
Yeah.
Sure. Anything else you guys want to say to the internet before we raid out? We're gonna raid Ghost Baby Sean.
Mm.
It was technically in our chat, but he's also streaming, so I don't think he's actually watching.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
If anyone
That's
tells
you,
you
Joe.
to your face that the Maui fires were started by space lasers, I want you to slap them.
I haven't been aware at all of any of the conspiracy theories around what's going on with the Maui fires, but now I'm concerned and curious.
Don't
Yeah.
don't look into it, because the thing is,
Yeah.
it's
That's
they're
true.
all just stupid.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm offended by their existence so much as I'm offended that anyone believes it, because it's like, oh, I don't want to believe people are that stupid.
Right. But there always are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are always going to be the people that don't actually believe it because they're not stupid, but they know other people are stupid.
Yeah.
And they can probably make some money off of them.
Exactly. Not a real scummy people out there. Yeah. Don't believe any of the conspiracy theories, but donate money to the United Way of Maui. Well, we're back next week.
Or another large reputable organization that already has boots on the ground.
Yeah. The Red Cross is never a bad place to give money to, or the food bank.
Maui Food Bank, yeah. They're also very good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you all next week to talk about Katy Perry's boobs and something else.
And Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to hit the raid button. We got about 10 seconds before we can start the raid. Joe, it was great to see you. We don't want to go see each other very often. Thank you for hanging out. We know it's late where you are.
Thank you for staying up so late. We know that you're tired.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We know that you're tired of our shit.